Wow, Xiaomi is still sticking with its rear-mounted solid-state LiDAR, and because of that, the available space is seriously impressive. The N90 represents a completely new direction for Xiaomi. Compared to its earlier vehicles, this model isn't just about smart technology anymore. The bigger focus is clearly on creating a spacious, family-friendly SUV. So, in this new segment, what fresh ideas is Xiaomi bringing to the table? Let's dive in and take a closer look. A quick shout out to our automotive partner in China for sharing this video and helping make it possible. Thank you for your support. Hey everyone, it's Michael from motortorque. If you enjoy staying up to date with the latest automotive news, reviews, and industry updates, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss any of our exciting content. Thanks for watching, and let's get started. After seeing the official images, one thing immediately stood out. This SUV is absolutely huge. It measures 5,285 millimeters in length with a 3080 millimeter wheelbase, putting it right alongside today's popular full-size 9 Series SUVs. Now let's check out the design in more detail. Starting with the front, it has a seriously commanding presence. A big reason for that is its clean, upright styling. The front end sits fairly high as well, which gives the vehicle a bold and premium appearance. Looking closer, you'll notice both the Xiaomi logo and the Skynomad badge displayed together. That tells us the N90 is actually the first model in a brand new series, rather than an entirely separate brand from Xiaomi. Beyond the badges, there are a few interesting design touches. This is a production-ready model featuring an active air intake grille. Another neat detail is that the center cover can actually be replaced. Moving over to the side, the Skynomad N90 keeps things simple with a clean, flat profile that emphasizes its large, elegant proportions. Even so, Xiaomi hasn't completely abandoned its sporty styling cues. The roofline gently slopes downward while the lower character line rises upward, creating a slightly tapered silhouette that still gives the SUV a dynamic look. There are also a few details worth pointing out. It rides on 21-inch wheels wrapped in Gurdeston tires with staggered widths, 255 at the front and 265 at the rear. The semi-hidden door handles feature a micro switch inside, and the doors themselves are electrically operated. The rear doors are especially impressive. They open to nearly 90 degrees, creating an incredibly wide entrance. The SUV also comes with powered side steps that can adjust in height. Combined with the built-in handrail, getting in and out should be extremely convenient for everyone. At the back, the design continues with the same upright styling. One feature that has attracted plenty of attention is the ring-shaped tail lights, but there's another interesting detail underneath them. The sections at the bottom that don't illuminate are actually driver assistance indicator lights. Xiaomi has also hidden the rear wiper for a cleaner appearance. Another small but important feature is the rear-facing solid-state LiDAR, which helps the Skynomad N90 detect smaller suspended obstacles more effectively. Stepping inside, the cabin has a warm, minimalist atmosphere. The dashboard follows a symmetrical layout, and the combination of the color scheme and white oak trim creates a comfortable, home-like feel. It really reflects the design direction Xiaomi seems to be aiming for. When it comes to materials, two things really stand out. First, the door panels use plenty of soft-touch materials, and even the lower sections are wrapped in soft finishes, which is something you don't often see. Second, although the air vents are hidden, Xiaomi has wisely kept physical controls for adjusting the airflow. For a family-oriented vehicle, having real buttons for this kind of function simply makes everyday use much easier. The rest of the cabin continues with a practical layout. There's a 2-spoke steering wheel, a head-up display directly in front of the driver, and a compact digital instrument screen, making the setup easy to get used to. In the center sits a floating infotainment display integrated with Xiaomi, Xiaomi's AI assistant. As expected, Xiaomi's software and interface design remain one of its strongest points. As for comfort features, both the driver and front passenger seats come equipped with ventilation, heating, and massage functions. It also appears that one of the front seats will be available with zero-gravity mode in the future. Up front, there are 2 storage drawers, one with a flip-open design and another that slides out, providing plenty of room for small items. You'll also find 2 USB Type-C charging ports. Finally, let's talk about what may be the biggest highlight of the interior. The center console. It includes 2 cup holders, a wireless charging pad, and additional storage, but its most unique feature is that it can move. Using Xiaomi, you can simply say, "Move the center console back by 20%. Once it slides backward, you'll notice how much easier it becomes to get in and out through the front passenger side, making the cabin even more practical for everyday use. When it comes to storage, the Xiaomi Skynomad N90 offers plenty of practical space. The door pockets are neatly designed and easy to use, while the front passenger glove box is surprisingly spacious with a multi-layer layout for better organization. Since this is still a Xiaomi vehicle, you'll also find threaded mounting points that let you attach various small accessories. Now let's move into the second row. The N90 features a 2+2+3 7-seat configuration, with 2 independent captain's chairs in the middle. These are zero-gravity seats, and they even come with their own armrests. Thanks to the completely flat floor and the shared rail system between the second and third rows, these seats have an incredible range of movement. They can slide inward slightly and then travel all the way to the rear. If nobody is sitting in the third row, the amount of legroom you get here is simply enormous. Sliding the seats forward a little, you'll notice that the feature list is just as impressive. Mounted overhead is a massive 21-inch Xiaomi display, and it's even compatible with a Xiaomi remote control. What's different here is the lighting setup. Instead of a single overhead light, the cabin uses 2 separate lights, with the extra one designed specifically to suit this seating arrangement, which is a clever touch. The rear door panels are also thoughtfully designed. They include a traditional manual grab handle that adds both convenience and a sense of privacy. One detail I especially appreciate is that even though the doors are powered, Xiaomi has kept a regular mechanical door handle in the usual location. That means anyone unfamiliar with electric doors can still open them naturally without any confusion. For family use, practicality continues with a built-in refrigerator. It's a generous 9-liter unit with its own independent compressor. The storage section beside it can also slide backward, making it much easier to reach your drinks. Behind the front passenger seat, there's an expansion interface that allows you to connect devices like an iPad or similar accessories. Now let's return the front seats to a normal driving position. With that setup, the second row still has around 2.5 fists of legroom remaining. So how does the third row compare? Accessing the last row is actually very simple. There's a dedicated button that automatically moves the second row seat forward to create a larger opening. Another control is located on the side of the seat for even easier access. Once you're seated in the third row, the first thing you'll notice is how comfortable the seats feel. They're soft, and the seat cushions have a pronounced upward angle that provides excellent support for your legs. Honestly, the third row comfort feels much closer to an MPV than a traditional SUV. Because the rear wheel arches are relatively compact, there's also plenty of shoulder room, so fitting 3 passengers back here shouldn't be an issue. The third row seats also include heating, and passengers get their own manual sunshade as well. Since the shared rail system extends all the way back, these seats can slide forward and backward electrically. As I move them toward the rear, you can see just how much adjustment is available. The backrests recline even farther than expected, creating an impressive amount of comfort and legroom. Of course, if you need more cargo capacity, the seats can slide forward instead. Setting them with roughly a fist of legroom still leaves enough space for an adult to sit reasonably comfortably. After adjusting the backrest to a relaxed position, let's take a look at the luggage area. Even with a person around 1.7 meters tall seated in every row, the trunk remains surprisingly spacious. Realistically, it should fit around 6 or 7 20-inch suitcases without much trouble. The cargo area has a nice, regular shape, making it easy to load larger items. Xiaomi has also equipped it with practical features like a 220-volt 3-phase power outlet and a traditional cigarette lighter socket. There's even a recessed storage compartment underneath to keep smaller items organized. The shared rail system makes the cargo area even more versatile. If maximum luggage space is your priority, there are 2 buttons that allow the third row seats to fold forward automatically, transforming the rear into an incredibly large storage area. That's one of the biggest advantages of this rail-based layout. It gives the cabin much greater flexibility. But those rails can do much more than just expand a trunk. The front seats can actually rotate, and you can control this directly through the infotainment screen or by using the dedicated button. Watching the seats turn almost feels like something out of a Transformer movie. Once everything is rotated, the Skynomad N90 enters its living room mode. The front and second row seats face each other, creating a comfortable conversation area. The movable center console slides into the middle, making the space even more practical. There's also an accessory that clips into place to form a compact table, giving you a convenient spot to relax, enjoy a meal, or even get some work done. This flexible cabin layout is easily one of the N90's biggest highlights, made possible by its flat floor platform design. And with the third row seats fully folded away, the available interior space becomes absolutely massive. Before wrapping up, let's go over the hardware. The N90 is equipped with a radar system powered by a solar chip, delivering 700 T of computing power, along with Xiaomi's own advanced driver assistance system. Under the hood, it uses a 1.5-liter turbocharged range engineer supplied by Dong'an Power. Xiaomi says this engine was heavily customized to meet its own engineering standards, with roughly 70% of its structure and components redesigned. The result is improved NVH performance, better fuel-to-electric conversion efficiency, and lower overall energy consumption. For the battery, the N90 uses Xiaomi's Dragon Armor 76 kWh battery pack. It delivers up to 505 kilometers of pure electric driving range and an impressive combined range of 1,705 kilometers, placing it among the longest-range vehicles in the Range Engineer category. The chassis features an all-aluminum construction with a double wishbone front suspension and an HB aluminum rear suspension. It also comes equipped with a continuously variable damping air suspension using a single-chamber air spring setup. So that's our detailed first look at the Xiaomi Skynomad N90. Once the vehicle officially launches, I'll be bringing you a much more in-depth review covering every detail. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel and join our growing tech community. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!